Today is about Fidel Castro, born on 13th August 1926 in Benin, Cuba. Fidel Castro died on 25th November 2016 in Havana in Cuba. Fidel Castro said, "At times I have referred to Christ's miracles and have said, well, Christ multiplied the fish and the loaves to feed the people." That is precisely what we want to do with the revolution and socialism. Yes, that's exactly I was wanting in my country, in India. That multiplication, every one step leads to 10,000 steps. All the philosophies said, one step leads to 10,000. If you know to keep one step, if you know to make one bread, if you know to do one power, 10,000 power is the same. From that, it multiplies the roar of it. Listen to the roar of the 1,000-man warrior. If you can hear the roar of a 1,000-man warrior, you yourself is a roar of a 1,000-man warrior. You yourself can become strong like 1,000. When you can become a 1,000-man warrior, you can feed 1,000 people. When you can become a 1,000-man warrior, when you speak, 1,000 people listens. When you walk, 1,000 people follow you. And then feeding 1,000 people in creative style to create another 1,000 in every one person in them. Just not feeding them to make you a slave, but to make sure that every one person who hears the 1,000-man warrior, and from the 1,000-man warrior, when it's fed to the people who followed you, they create another 1,000 men. Where there is poverty, that is what Fidel Castro has done. Fidel Alejandro Castro Ruz was a Cuban revolutionary and politician who served as Prime Minister of Cuba from 1959 to 1976 and President from 1976 to 2008. Ideologically Marxist-Leninist and Cuban nationalist. He also served as the first Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba from 1961 until 2011. When Cuban President Fidel Castro visited India, I was shocked, because the first thing he did is he went and hugged the then Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, which shook the whole world. The man is huge, tall, powerfully built. Indira Gandhi short, thin, cute, and one hug. That was what made Cuba the most beautiful, powerful country. Fidel Castro said he was sitting on the edge of the supreme power, America. America couldn't do anything. He said he could stand there and make it more powerful because he believed in Radha Krishna's story. He believed in the love relationship, that the love relationship of the leader with the people. Leader with the people is so powerful that even the world's most powerful country, the supreme power of the world, America couldn't touch him. And he continued to be. They tried to throw him, they tried to kill him, everything, but nothing happened. Look at when Fidel Castro came to India, the first thing he did, he saw Indira Gandhi. He couldn't resist the power of the Radha. Krishna rushed and hugged Radha. Can you believe? And Indira Gandhi just melted with Fidel Castro. Yes. The whole world was shocked to see that one love relationship. Under his administration, the Republic of Cuba became a one-party communist state. Industry and business were nationalized. And business were nationalized. State socialist reforms implemented throughout this. That's only one mistake. Fidel Castro did it. I couldn't understand. He nationalized. No, that is not freedom. Socialism is a deep, intimate relationship with the people. When the leader has got a deep, intimate relationship with the subjects, which is people, then even the supreme power, America, couldn't touch him. But only one thing he continued to do, it is, when he gave the people so much, anything and everything, even he said, when we have so much raw materials, why not every Cuban have a house, a beautiful house, take it. But he did not give them freedom to operate, to challenge the capitalist world. That is only one, yin and the yang. There was a yin and the yang. There was positive and negative, only can create electricity. Castro has done it. If I could have got a chance to speak to Fidel Castro, I could have told the Radha Krishna, the love relationship, what you crave, which India forgot. We got trapped with the Muslim invasion. We got trapped with the Christian invasion. And 1,000 years of invasion, we forgot that love relationship was so powerful, nobody in the world could have touched us. Born in Biran, Oriente as the son of a wealthy Spanish farmer, Castro adopted leftist and anti-imperialist ideas while studying law at the University of Havana. After participating in rebellions against right-wing governments in the Dominican Republic and Colombia, he planned to overthrow Cuban President Fulgencio Batista, launching a field attack on the Moncada barracks in 1953. After a year's imprisonment, Castro traveled to Mexico, where he formed a revolutionary group, the 26th of July movement, with his brother Raul Castro and Ernesto Che Guevara. Returning to Cuba, Castro took a key role in the Cuban Revolution by leading the movement in a guerrilla war against Batista's forces from the Sierra Maestra. After Batista's overthrow in 1959, Castro assumed military and political power as Cuba's prime minister. The United States came to oppose Castro's government and unsuccessfully attempted to remove him by assassination. Economic blockade and counter-revolution, including the Bay of Pigs invasion of 1961. Can you believe invasion? America, the supreme power, America, was the most powerful country with all the weapons. They were sitting, they did not have to travel very far. Just a stone throw away from America was Cuba, and America tried to assassinate him. Assassination very easy for them. They could assassinate. Why they could assassinate Fidel Castro? Why they did the economic blockade and nobody starved to death in Cuba? Because everybody got the best education, best houses. They couldn't do it because Fidel Castro was in deep, intimate relationship with his people. That is what I was trying. The political leader, whenever they were deep in, nobody in the whole world would touch them. Nobody can invade. Nobody can destroy. Such is the power. Krishna kept on telling with Radha and Krishna that was in India. The day we forgot that, we dropped that, trouble started. Daridra started. Poverty started. We moved with that. The day man sat and asked the women to serve him, he lost the deep intimate relationship with his wife. In Radha Krishna, it is made sure that the wife and the husband both sit and eat food from the same plate and then serve one roll into the child's mouth. Otherwise, the food in the house is not started. Yes, every house, every day that was going on. The day that stopped. The day you asked your wife, without moving with the wife, right in the kitchen, cooking together and feeding each other. You eat and put into your mouth and then she puts into your mouth. That is what Japanese has been doing. If you meet a Japanese businessman, they do make sure that the green tea, first they pour into your glass. They never pour into their glass. And it is your duty to pour it into their glass, and then they keep on sipping, they keep on discussing. Again, when the cup is empty, they pour it into your cup. They cannot pour it into their cup, and then you have to pour it into their cup. It is still now existing. That's why Japan has become the most powerful country in the world. Japan understood the Radha-Krishna relationship, the wife and the husband relationship. The wife will pour into the husband's mouth, will feed the food into the husband's mouth. Husband will roll the food and put it in the wife's mouth. Husband will never put it into his mouth. Neither the wife will put it into her mouth. Husband must feed her, she will feed the husband. And husband and wife together, father and mother together will put into the children. The day that happens, there is no that. The day when that happens, that is Rama Rajya. There is only beauty, there is divine. God had descended. God has descended only in Cuba, but only one smallest miss. That was a pint of shit in a cup of vanilla ice cream happened in Cuba. That was the capitalist. He did not allow his people to run. He unnecessarily went and made sure he nationalized the business centers. He should have given the people the power. Then the challenge could have been more beautiful. Fidel Castro said, we have the lowest student-teachers ratio and spend 5 times as much on schools than war. That is what weapons, 5 times more than the weapons. He did not need much weapons to challenge America sitting right in front of America. He used the Soviet Union. Yes. Some other friends came because seeing his love relationship with the people, some other people came to support him. He didn't have to spend, but he spent 5 times more money on education. We have the lowest student-teacher ratio and spend 5 times as much on schools than war. The opposite of what the United States have done it. Opposite what United States have done. The United States has spent 5 times more on war, explaining why Cuba is the highest literacy in the world. Countering these threats, Castro aligned with the Soviet Union, allowed the Soviets to place nuclear weapons in Cuba, resulting in the Cuban Missile Crisis, a defining incident of the Cold War in 1962. Fidel Castro said, at times I refer to Christ's miracles. Yes, that relationship is what I'm looking. We have lost the relationship. Now when we can go back to that relationship, what Fidel Castro has done with him and the people, even the supreme power America couldn't do anything with Cuba, neither assassinate him, neither overthrow him, neither destroy with the economic blockade. If they could prove it, our own culture, samskriti, that we give respect to the women, and together it's equally shared, that the wife will put the food into the husband's mouth, husband only put into wife's mouth. That is happening only in the business center in Japan. Japan also, that small pint of shit and a cup of ice cream, that they do not do it in the house with the wife and husband. That is disconnected. But in the business they've done it, they've grown it. If that can go away again, come back to the house, there is only beauty and love. Love can move mountains. All the philosophies, love can move oceans. Let us together create the love back into this country. And you can see there is not many hospitals, but only love centers. And the love centers are our family, our joint family, and the family tree. Create that back. Together we can wipe out more trees, bring down hunger only through the love. Fidel Castro said, at times I have referred to Christ's miracles and have said, well, Christ multiplied the fish and the loaves to feed the people. That is precisely what we want to do with the revolution and socialism. This is my 250.